These criminal police creep up on her. Creep up on her family's home. Throw a flash grenade on this little precious baby. And then they have the audacity to shoot their gun through the window. Or from the porch. And then have the audacity to lie and say that the grandmother was at fault. What wrong did Aiyana Jones do? No. What wrong did she do? No. For a flash grenade to be thrown through the window and for her to be lit on fire. What wrong did Aiyana Jones do? No. After being lit on fire to be shot through the head. What wrong did Aiyana Jones do? No. For the grandmother she loved to be framed by the police. What wrong did Aiyana Jones do? Other than the fact that she was a black girl born, a poor black girl born in Detroit, Michigan. We have a moral obligation to stand up. My name is Reverend Omar Wilkes from Unison Pentecostal Church. No matter where I am, this is my baby. Every time I look in the eyes of Aiyana Jones, I see my child. So I have a moral obligation. So I'm going to come out here because this is not about a territorial thing. Aiyana is all of our babies. And we need to get rid of that Willie Lynch mentality that this is my issue. This is all our issue. And we have a moral obligation to stand up.
On this neighborhood. Listen up, I'm gonna let you know how it goes, then we all gonna do it. Here's how it goes. Hey, hold up. I'm doing a chant from Aiyana's neighborhood.
She has a name. Her family is not to blame. The system is wrong. We have to be strong. Aiyana Jones. She has a name. Her family is not to blame.
We made
no murdering police! No murdering police! No justice! No justice!
Say what?
Justice for Aiyana Jones!
The whole system is guilty. Say what? A lot of people came out from all over the country, here from the U.S. Social Forum, and I want to do something right now. We need to stand together all over this country, all over this world, not just for justice for Aiyana, but justice for every baby, every adult, every person that has been under attack by the militarization of the police.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Now, I want to hold the hands up of two folks who got in touch with us here in Detroit and who called for this march because they were touched by what needed to be done. Okay. Jewel, you want to raise your hand? Reverend.
Doing, glad y'all came out.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you so much.
Tell them who you are.
My name is Jewel Allison, and I'm from New York. I was born in Brooklyn, born, bred, and butted in Brooklyn, as Lena Horne says, and I like to steal her line. It's a little bit easier now that she passed away. I don't have to worry about her coming after me. That's how we do in Bed-Stuy. You see, if you get upset, we come to people's states. Okay, and so I just want to say thank you so much for coming here, and that you need to know that New York is Detroit, and Detroit is New York, and we are one family. And so I came out here today with my daughter, who's 11 years old, to show you that we are united, despite what we say it around the kitchen table, and despite what people say about us. Black folks are united, human beings are united, and what I came to realize in doing this is that people from all over the world, it didn't matter whether they were Muslims, whether they were Jews, Christians. A woman sent me an email saying I have a bar mitzvah that weekend. I can't make it, but I'm sending my prayers and support to you. People from London, Africa, Germany, Italy, and Peru. I sent back an email to a woman in Spanish in Peru to tell her thank you. So know that there is really just one world, and we are much more united than you think. And that's why I came out here today with my daughter to say, no, you cannot shoot our children. Right. Do not kill our kids.
That's right. Okay, Reverend. First of all, I think we ought to give Sister Jewel Allison another hand. You know, she put in a lot of hours, and I'm a witness to it. She put in a lot of hours to help this. My name is Omar Wilkes, pastor of Unison Pentecostal Church, president of Clergy Alliance for Justice International, and everything. And I just want to say, you know, I'm not going to try to give a speech here and everything. I want to encourage you. You have to join on to an organization in your community.
Yes, right.
You can't just let this die right here. You can't let it die.
Yes.
What I suggest is that today, you know, you give Ron Scott your contact number. You know, give him your contact number so that way he can follow up with you. You know, they killed Aiyana Jones. We can't allow them to kill our children and get away with it. You know, we have the power to make a difference. When we stand together, when we united, we cannot be defeated. So I want to encourage you to continue to come out whenever there's a call in your community. We're not going to be here all the time. But here you have a person in the community who's working hard to bring people together. Support him. Please support him. And that's all I have to say. Thank you. And one last thing. I just want to, one of the things that I'm going to be doing on September 25th, we're going to be marching on the Justice Department. You know, we're going to be calling on various organizations to come together so we can march on the Justice Department. So that way, Eric Holder, will know that he can't just be a blackface in office and do nothing about it. It's not enough for just a black man to be in office and just skin and grin if he's not doing anything about it. You know, so one of the things that happened was Congressman John Conyers submitted a bill to the Justice Department, and I want to encourage everybody to support that bill and everything. Thank you.
Okay. We've also called. We've challenged Eric Holder to investigate not only the Aiyana Jones situation, but also the Imam Lukman case. The Imam that was shot 21 times.
That's right. That's right.
We called on them to do that, and we're not going to step back on that. Let me let Carl Dix say a few words. Then I want to bring up a couple of my comrades over here, Abiyomi Ezekwe and Sandra Hines. Here you go, Carl.
Okay, my name is Carl Dix. I'm with the Revolutionary Communist Party, and I was a co-founder of the October 22nd Coalition to stop police brutality, repression, and the criminalization of a generation. And I know about the reality of police brutality and police murder. I was there organizing around the murder of Sean Bell in the spring of 2008 in New York City, the young man who was killed the morning of his wedding. I remember the murder of Oscar Grant that was sent on videotape and sent around the world. But this was a 7-year-old girl, sisters and brothers. We gotta look at this. We gotta look at the fact that police brutalize and even murder people and get a pass from this system when they do that. We gotta say, why are things like this? But we gotta go even farther than that. We gotta say that things don't have to be this way. We should live in a world where those charged with public security would sooner be injured or take a bullet themselves than kill or injure an innocent person. But that's not where we live now. The cops get a pass when they do that. That is why I am building a movement for revolution. That's right, that's what I'm doing, because we need to get rid of this system that gives cops that pass. As we build resistance, I think we got to keep talking about the system and how it works and why it works that way and what can be done about it. So if you're interested in that, check me out or check out anybody that's wearing one of these t-shirts. Now I got to do one other thing, because there are a number of parents of police murder victims who are active in this struggle. Several of them wanted to be here with us today, but they had health and other problems that they weren't able to make it. I'm speaking of Juanita Young from the Bronx in New York, the mother of Malcolm Ferguson, who was murdered by the NYPD in 2000. I'm speaking of Nicholas Hayward Sr., whose 13-year-old son, Nicholas Hayward Jr. was...
Young Aiyana Stanley Jones was tragic. But let me say this. Our communities, and this is in no way, it's a correlation. I'm trying to correlate why I'm saying this. Our communities are so violent. We perpetrate so much violence against each other that it sets up the scenario for the police to do exactly what they did when they came in and raided the Jones family. And so we have to understand that we got to also think about, and I know this is unpopular, and I know people don't want to hear this, and I know you want this to be an Aiyana Jones moment, but it's bigger than just Aiyana Jones. It's a list of Aiyana Jones. Aiyana Jones was the spark that people finally brought out the outcry of all the years of violence that we have had in our community. We've held back our outcry until Aiyana Jones. Praise God for Aiyana Jones that she brought us out to address the serious